So things are looking good then since then, Tina. Obviously, we'll talk about what happened on the jump and everything else, because it has been a crazy year. You talk about your year, and it's been that way.
It's been a tough year, yeah. But we're thinking forward, and I'm much better than I was last year.
Good.
So, yeah. I mean, I've still got a long way to go. That was just the first one.
Exactly, because when you came back off the show, in fact, I mean, a lot of physios were saying that you had so many different injuries that, in fact, they were thinking one of these was bad enough, never mind the whole host of injuries that you had.
We thought it was just the arm at first, but then when I came back and had a scan, it was the shoulder and my knee. They've given me a whole new knee, which has been... And the shoulder came out, well, it came off the rotator cuff, so proper... that was unbelievable, the pain on that. But anyway, we're looking forward, and I've had 3 operations.
And you're literally back on your feet and feeling grateful to be so, obviously.
Exactly.
No, of course.
A whole review about your health after you've had a year like that.
You have those
like being in a
moments.
massive car crash.
It's so lovely looking at those old Corrie clips.
I know.
You remember them all really clearly again, don't you?
I know, that redhead, the worst Mancunian accent ever. I couldn't do the accent, so they kept trying to change where she lived. So then she went to boarding school, and then they moved her. It was the worst accent ever. I remember going up for the interview, and I said to my agent, no, it can't be for Corrie, because I'm a Londoner. No, we definitely... I said, no, it can't be. I can't do a Mancunian accent. I've never been to Manchester. And then when we got it, I said, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this accent? And we started, and then they kept... The script writers kept going, are you going to improve? And I said, no, this is it. And they kept saying, well, let's say you went away, you went to boarding school, or your dad was...
south for a bit. Yeah. How is it now? Can you slip back
No, I can't.
No.
But it was great fun. They were, I mean, great days, and I loved working with Phil. He was great.
Yeah. Would you ever go back?
Not with that accent. You'd have to write me a new character.
You've been in London the whole time.
Yes, exactly.
No, exactly. But we were talking about you being on the motorbike and everything there. We mentioned the jump just before the break as well. So you're back on your feet, having had a relatively OK time on the show, on the jump, until this awful thing happened.
I was having a great time. You did it, didn't you?
I loved it.
Yeah.
And you really loved it.
I've skied for 30 years. I mean, I started when I was about 11, So I've skied always. That's why I wanted to do it. My friend Tamara was doing it, and we thought it'd be great. I was just incredibly unlucky. When they told me to jump, they hadn't checked that it was clear for me to jump. So they sent me jumping, and it's just one of those things. But I had a terrible occurring sort of injuries. We thought it was just my arm, and then it was the shoulder, then it was the knee. And so I had to have 3 operations, which all couldn't be done at the same time. So for sort of it's about 18 months. I mean, really, for my kids, it was hard for them to see me like that. And the pain, I was then on big, strong painkillers for about 6 months. And then my hair started falling out, and they saw all that. I mean, it was really bad. I was on tramadol for 6 months. And I had a bad allergy or something to it, where your hair starts falling out. I think it was the stress. Anyway, that's all behind me. And then I had my knee done in September, which is like... I thought I was just going... I mean, everything that could have happened did happen, because they said, oh, it was a simple ACL. And then when I woke up, the surgeon said, oh, it wasn't that simple. I've had to do this, this and this. Oh, my God! So they sort of gave me a new knee, basically. It was much more than they...
You really are living up to your name, Hoblay, aren't you? Seriously. You really are.
I bet your kids will be protective now whenever work comes in. I bet they'd go, if it was anything, like, no.
My little one, absolutely. Every time he sees something on the TV...
You're not doing
and he says, you're not doing that. That's exactly what he says.
I bet he does.
No.
Thank God you're doing radio.
I'm doing radio.
Exactly. Don't worry.
And I'm loving that.
Talking about radio, it sounds ridiculous. I'm just actually listening to your voice and how beautiful a voice you have, honestly. And I do listen to you, by the way. It's a drive time on Smooth. And
tell them what you've just told me.
I know. I'm the only female presenter doing drive time in London.
It's incredible.
What? But that's not right, is it, really?
Well, fantastic.
Is it? So I'm giving Johnny Depp a run for his money.
Yeah.
I love Johnny.
you were quite sort of nervous about taking on the radio role in many ways, because you explain yourself to be quite shy, I suppose, in lots of ways, Tina. So being on the radio, it is just you. There's nothing really to hide behind. I know people aren't seeing you, but it is your personality coming across.
Honestly, it's been the best thing I've ever done, actually. I absolutely love it. I get to sort of hide behind the mic, because I'm actually quite shy. Yes, I am. And so to hide behind the mic, play fabulous music, and just sort of talk with London listeners through radio is
Go
really
in there
good.
looking rubbish.
Absolutely rubbish. No makeup, dirty hair.
And did it
never look
almost
rubbish.
double in viewing listeners?
I did the Sunday show,
Yeah.
double, which was great. I
Which is
had such a
amazing.
wonderful response from it. So I went from doing the Sunday show, and then they offered me the Daily Show. So I'm on 6 days a week now. So